All right. What up? It's your boy, man, back here. I said I was gonna have some guests. We delivered today.
Yes, sir.
I got somebody special here with me today. Just a little bit, man. He's a great father, great husband, overall great person. He has a passion for helping people, and I think we're gonna get some gems today, man. Cause I know he likes to see people win. And yeah, man, my brother, my oldest brother, Anthony.
Ah, thank you, man, for those kind words.
Oh yeah, man. It's been a long time coming, man. It's pretty big for me because I know I always wanted to do something. I mean, not with just you, but with my brothers, man. I always wanted
Yeah,
to find something that we can do together and kind of, showcase
no, that's dope, man.
how we do things,
Yeah,
man.
I'm excited to be here. This is cool, man. To do something with you like this, for you putting it out here, I respect all of it. I think it's awesome, and I'm the first guest, so I gotta represent for sure.
Oh yeah, nah, we're gonna have fun. Yeah, nah, it's no pressure, but yeah, you are my first guest, and I think that's dope. I was excited for that. Um, but yeah, man. So how's the day going, man? It's Sunday morning.
Sunday, man. We had to start it off Sunday run day. Finally been able to get back to it. I tweaked my back last week, so it was kind of a down week for me, but
Shit
we got
happens all
to
the
it.
time.
We got to it. Plunged in the pool. So,
So how many miles we did today?
2 miles today. Two
And is
miles
that's
today.
usually typically
Yeah, just because I'm trying to let the back heal. So normally we do
okay.
three every other day. First thing in the morning.
All right. By the way, real quick, man, I just gotta say it. I gotta say this that if y'all know David Goggins, if you don't, you should look him up. Pretty cool dude.
Look them
Um,
up right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
but this is my David Goggins, man. Like, I mean, did you not just hear him? 2 miles, usually 3 miles in the morning. Cold plunge today. He's really about that getting past
Mentality.
that mentality and getting past the things you don't want to do. You got to do them anyway, right?
Yeah, man. It's Goggins is look him up, David Goggins. Read his book. Um, watch any of the podcasts he's on. His mentality is like no other, and he changed kind of my whole mindset. I've always thought, I was a pretty well-rounded dude. Like
Yeah.
I would work out,
Mhm.
do my thing in the gym. I thought I was good. I was in
Right.
shape. But then I hear this podcast, and he's like, if you're doing the same thing over and over, like, what are you finding out about yourself?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what? His thing was running. So hated running,
Yeah.
hated running. So I said, man, let me try to start running, and that kind of opened up everything for me as far as mindset.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit. Because I remember like you were not a runner.
Yeah, yeah.
How was that? How was it transforming into a runner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you first started, was it like you weren't even running a mile? Was it? Was it?
So it sounded like a good idea, right? Like, okay, you're in shape, you work out all the time, you don't like running. Let's try it. So the first thing was I remember telling you and like, Dad, like I'm gonna try to run a half marathon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And once you,
So you set a goal,
yeah, I
right?
set a goal right out the bat.
Right out the
Yeah,
bat.
right out the bat, and I was like, okay, 13.1 miles. Let's see if we can do it.
That's a half marathon.
That's a half marathon, right?
Yeah.
So, um, I remember I signed up for this little, training plan. First day I go out to run. I think I stopped at 0.25 miles that
Okay.
first run.
And the time. You don't remember the time?
No, it was literally like 35, 45 seconds into the run where I had to stop
Oh shit.
because your body's not used to it. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is not what we do.
We usually work out at this time.
Yeah. So, I remember I ran all the way to a stop sign in our neighborhood. It's about maybe half a mile, and like, bro, this is nothing compared to what you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
13 miles, dude.
Yeah, so it sucked, man. It sucked in the beginning, and it's crazy because, fast forward to now, it's like it's just normal,
Yeah, that stop sign. You're way past that stop sign.
Yeah.
And that's crazy for me. Well, because I don't even like saying it now because I know you challenge yourself so much. But like, I'll say, like, I'm not a runner. Like, I'm not a runner, man. I always thought to myself, like, I'm pretty fast,
Yeah.
but long distance, I'm not doing. Like,
Yeah.
I can't really do the long distance thing. But I think that's big, man. I think people should realize, like, you got to set a goal. I think that's big to have a goal, and then I'd imagine those times when you didn't, like they stopped at the stop signs, like, man, well, I did this, I set this goal,
Mm.
and I gotta work to get there.
Yeah.
But,
The goal, I think the goal is good to have, um, but I always think about like what you find out about yourself while pursuing that goal. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because once like I ended up training and started actually, wow, I could actually do this. Ran the half marathon, but like you run that for one day and it's over. So, but then I have all this, 3 or 4 months where I proved to myself you thought you couldn't do something, but you kept working at it and you did it.
yeah,
And you can take that with you, in everyday situations.
yeah. And you know what's crazy, man? I'm starting to think about it right now because I remember that half marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been with you through a lot of these challenges, bro.
Yeah, you
like,
have. Yeah.
like, it's crazy. Like, cause now that you say, I actually forgot about that half marathon. But because it was in the beginning of your journey of running,
Yeah.
and but I do remember that you went with your boy,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the
Me and my boy
boy,
Jaime, we ran that one.
I remember. Now I'm thinking about it too. It's like I think I got a lot of your footage, man, and I failed you on that, bro. I have it, but
Nah, man.
I'm not showing you it. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, man, I remember you doing that. I knew you would do that. But the full marathon was a crazy one.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
man, I hope he makes it.
Yeah. I almost didn't make it. Uh, yeah. So I mean, just half marathon is tough.
I mean, that sounds
Yeah,
crazy
like
tough. I didn't realize it was 13 miles. I'm over here thinking like 6.
13.1 miles is a long time. But once I started like training and I started like going at it, I remember running 3 miles nonstop, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like you're becoming better.
Right.
Like so, you kept going, and then I finally ended up like 10 miles, and I was like, "Man, bro, like you got 13." And I did the half marathon, pretty successful. I wanted to beat 2 hours, beat it. So then, the back of the head is like, go for the full.
Right. Yeah, you challenging yourself,
Can you
man.
can you do the full? Nah, man, I don't know if I can do the full.
And that's what 26.
26.2, bro.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, man. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, it's crazy for a person like me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was crazy for you at the time. You were just
It
like,
was for sure. I remember I didn't want to do it, but it was my birthday. Yeah, it was my birthday. I was like, I'm gonna sign up for it, and it was kind of like I remember, mom. She sent me some money for my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, here, happy birthday. I'm like, here's the money for it. All you gotta do is sign up. So I signed up quickly, and then just immediately got scared. Like,
I think that's dope though, man. Like you said, like on your birthday, you decided to do something like that.
yeah.
Like, is it something? Was it something where it was like, man, I don't really do things for my birthday, or like I'm gonna step it up for my. I mean, I don't know. I just think that's pretty dope that in a moment that you're supposed to like really celebrate, and
Yeah.
you were like, I'm gonna fucking challenge myself.
Yeah, I was in a real, like, I was in a zone, like for a while. Like, once you start getting in a zone, you just want to keep. Hopefully, you want to keep trying to grow and grow. And I noticed how it started affecting me as a person, as like a father. So it's like I wanted to keep going.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah,
signed
man.
up.
That's a good. You set a good example, for your kids.
Yeah,
And, well, for everybody, man. Even me, man.
yeah,
I yeah, y'all should follow my brother, man, because he has these. He runs what every other morning, pretty much. Is that how
yeah.
it is?
Every other morning. Yeah.
But he has these post run talks that I think,
Post run talk. You already know.
yeah, man, and I think like for me, a lot of the times they hit. You can be in a slump. You can be, sometimes I'm in bed. Like this motherfucker's up early, so like I'm in bed and I hear it, and it's like, yeah, man, let me get my ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I just think that's pretty dope, man. And like, where does that come from? Like, where do you like? Because I feel like you're pretty consistent with it. It's pretty, pretty motivational, pretty inspirational. Like, where does that come from? Like, where do you think that?
So, I for a long time it was for the gram,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was to get people to like me.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. That's what it used to be.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel
And we
like
all, yeah, we all get like
the
that, right?
gram is
We
kind
all
of,
we all want validation. We want hey, look at me.
yeah.
But once you get past that level, it's a certain level you start to, like, at least for me, I started to look inside. Like, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you just want to get like a bunch of followers, or like what?
Yeah.
But so for me, it started becoming a tool to help people, and that's the only reason I do it. So I know it gets probably pretty redundant at times,
Mm-hmm.
but every time that I'm out there, and that's every other day,
Right.
you that's a potential moment to help somebody. And I've seen it happen. Like, man, I didn't want to work out this morning, man, but I saw you up there. You were at 5 a.m. So I got my ass up and worked out.
Yeah.
Or it's always, you can catch someone on the right day.
Right.
You may not catch anybody for a couple weeks,
Yeah.
but every now and then somebody will take the message and it'll help them out. So that's why I do it, man.
Yeah. I mean, I could say the same. Like this podcast journey been kind of crazy with that, and yeah, it feels good, man, to kind of help people in certain situations they're going through, or even just the moments they have a little, they need a little uplifting.
Yeah.
And I, like I said, I could definitely, like, there's times where I see you and I'm just like, bro,
Yeah.
thanks, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or just like, damn, you're in the room with me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like you hit that pretty on the nail.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I say y'all should go follow my brother, man, because I think those post run talks are pretty dope, and he's dope, and I kind of want to talk about these cold plunges a little bit, man.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
that's the new that's the new uncomfortable that I'm
yeah,
doing. Yeah.
and yeah, and that seems to be like what you. I don't know. I don't want to call it an obsession or something, but like you learn more about yourself when you get in comfortable positions, and I feel like you,
Yeah.
that's what you. So yeah, the cold plunges.
Yeah.
Um, I mean that's kind of. Well, how long you been doing that now? You think?
Oh. Well, you helped me build the cold plunge. It was,
Yeah, I did.
I
I
don't know
did
how
that.
long.
Um, Oh, that
A couple
seems
months,
yeah.
a couple months for sure. But yeah, if you don't know what a cold plunge is, it's submerging yourself into very, very cold water for a short amount of time.
Ice baths.
Ice baths, yeah.
Like, I mean, like athletes do it, things like that. I'm sure you've seen it before, but yeah, it's a cold plunge, and yeah, man, it's kind of, it's. I think it's pretty wild, man, how you're doing that, like almost every day,
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
every morning.
yeah. That, so it's. I mean, I've told you this before, but there's so many health benefits,
Yeah,
right? So reduces inflammation, blood circulation, all these like physical benefits, but just the same reason why I run.
hmm
Like, yeah, it's good for you, good for your heart, but it's all mental. It's all for the mind. Like doing the things that you don't want to do, you prove to yourself, man, I just did that. And that builds resilience, that builds self-confidence,
confidence. Yeah,
self-esteem, and when you're doing it on a consistent basis, like all you stack up all these wins, you have the proof. Like you can say, I believe in myself, but sometimes it's like, man, I don't really believe in myself.
yeah. I
Like
don't have a
it's just
track record. I
talk.
don't have
Yeah.
a
If you have all these wins built up, you have proof. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But it's all for the mind, man. It's all for the mental. Like getting in there when you know it's gonna suck and proving to yourself on a consistent basis, it builds your resilience, it builds mental toughness.
yeah. He got me in one. I did it.
Yeah.
I did a cold plunge
We got the
one
video.
one time. Yeah, yeah. I think I posted it, but yeah, that it is pretty cool, man. Because I think the first initial drop in is like, dude, what am I doing? Takes your breath away. I
Yeah.
remember that the most, like my breath, because I remember wanting to like, man, control your fucking breath, bro. Like,
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to
yeah.
control yourself, and because I was just shaking, couldn't breathe right. But then after a while, it set in, like, then you feel like some sort of accomplishment or like proud of yourself or
Yeah,
a sense
yeah,
of
yeah.
gratitude or something. It's like,
Yeah.
I did it. Cool.
Yeah, it's everything building up. Like, before you get in there, it's like, oh, man, it's going to be cold. This is going to suck.
Yeah, it's crazy how we just
Mm.
throw all these when you should just, I remember, I think I was up for like almost a minute before I actually was like, whew.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, why even try to talk yourself out of it? I mean, I think that's what it is. It's like you throw all these, man, it's gonna suck, man. I'm probably not even gonna do it for that long. I'm gonna get right back up. Like you build all this,
Yeah,
uh, negative illusions
yeah.
when it's just to be like, man, you're already almost halfway in there.
Yeah, that's
Just
what the mind does, man. That's that.
and that's why you do it, right?
Yeah, that's why you do it. Like, I mean, you're gonna psych yourself out every time. Your mind, your ego is gonna that doubt's gonna creep in, right? No matter what. Like even with running, waking up, man, you don't want to go out there, bro. It's cold. Like
Man, it's cold, it raining, man. He be running. It don't matter. But yeah, that's
yeah, I mean that's all these excuses. Like it's so much easier just to be like, I'm gonna, it's cold outside, and I'm gonna, nah, I'll pick it up tomorrow. But because I've done that before. There's times where I took days off, but it's always in the back of your head, man. You took that day off.
yeah, and that's what I like too. That some you show that side too sometimes where it's
Yeah,
like, I don't really want to do this today.
yeah, man.
And next slide you're out running.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like,
but here's the thing, bro. Like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Yeah, it sucks, and like I'm not feeling it. But like as soon as I'm done, like I feel great,
yeah,
and that's like I've learned that most of the things that we feel like most proud of suck in the beginning.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
you just gotta push through it, man. Push through it, and you'll feel better once it's done.
Yeah. Um, man, I kind of want to talk about the crazy 48-hour run, bro.
Yeah, you were with me on all of that.
Yeah, like I said, like I thought about it, like just for a little while ago. Like I've been with you a lot of these
Yeah,
journeys. But the 48-hour one was That was pretty epic. It was epic. Like I'll just tell you from my point of view because there was times that you were well. Explain what the 48-hour run
Okay.
is.
So Goggins has a challenge that he does every year, and it's bro. I remember when I heard this. So you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours for 2 days.
2 days,
Okay, so
48
just
hours.
let that sink in. Like
Yeah, like I don't think. Yeah, say it one more time.
every 4 hours, you run 4 miles. Okay, so you run 4 miles. That takes me about 30 minutes. You have 3 hours or whatever to rest, and then you're back out there again for 4 miles for 2 days.
For 2 days, bro.
Right. So when I heard that, the first time I heard that, I was just like, this is when I first started running. I heard that he does this. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Sound like incredible to me. Like there's no way, right?
Yeah.
Fast forward like 2.5 years, 3 years.
And then you did the half, you did the full, right? This
Yeah,
was your like
I
your,
did the full, and
it's like your third challenge.
just keep finding ways to, because I was watching the J. Cole documentary the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and you remember that is a part where he says, "Comfort is the enemy."
Mm-hmm. Is this the
And
off season?
yeah,
The off-season album?
Yeah, yeah.
Or documentary?
And like we get so comfortable, like even I'm working out, I'm starting to run, I feel like I'm grinding, but even now like that becomes comfortable.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get what you're
so
saying.
I felt like I had to do it, and I was like, man, this is gonna suck. And I asked you, like, hey, like, I don't want to be around the kids, and every 4 hours, like, can I? So you let me come through, and yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I'll speak a little bit on it from my point of view because he needed I guess a spot to kind of prep and rest, and I was like, yeah, man, come through, man. And to me though, like I feel like as a person that's not a runner, you don't really see like what you said is it seems impossible. And it's like, man, you can run every 4 hours, you rest before. Like it just seems like you have some time to rest. Um, but for me, I was just and there was times, like I mean, you ran every 4 hours, so there was I think what 2 runs at night maybe, but I was asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm asleep, and so I see you in the morning, and you just like like look exhausted, and it's like, bro, you got a whole other day to do this, and I don't know, man, it was really like it's like I was scared for you,
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't want to like be like the negative person,
Yeah. Yeah.
but also I also felt that too, like, man, but you need to be the positive person, dude, and I was just like, I don't know, I
Yeah.
was stuck in between, and but I let you do your thing, and I got the footage for that too, man. I
Yeah.
got some footage for
Yeah.
that
I
too.
remember you sent me that, and there's one of the shots that you got was I didn't know that you were recording when I came in when my knee was all fucked up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like I remember watching the video and be like, "Fuck, man, that was," because I was fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I was like, and we were like, what, halfway through when my knee, not even halfway through, my knee started fucking up, and
Yeah, because I think I don't know. It's hard for me to remember. But then you did a cold plunge. But was that before or after that?
no, that was right when I started feeling my knee. So like, I remember I was like, man, get the bath ready,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah,
because I'm gonna have to soak my legs so that the inflammation can go down.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty epic. That was. It seemed like a real challenge on like a TV show or something. Like it was just.
Bro,
I mean, he would come in like that knee part. I remember that,
yeah,
and because I think if I'm not mistaken, you kind of get a little doubtful. I think when your knee started hurting.
bro. Yeah, that was probably one of the most challenging thing I've ever done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it had to be, man. That's pretty wild, man. It's a
and it was like, you have to think about it. Like, there's no trophy.
yeah.
Like, there's no
I remember
like,
thinking that, like, what do you get after this?
yeah, there's no like.
What was it, a T-shirt or something?
I mean, you have to pay for the T-shirt, you know.
But that sounds so amazing too, though, bro. It's like it's all for yourself.
Yeah.
It's all for yourself, and you know, and what I like to think is that you built that up. You know, like you did the half, you did the full, so you know, like I know I could push myself. Like
Yeah.
I had these moments already where, you know, I thought I might not do it, or man, this sucks, but I did it.
Yeah.
So I think that really, like, you know, I'm sure you thought about that in that moment where it's like, man, I'm not giving up, bro. Like, I know I'm gonna fucking be badass, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel so good when I finish this shit.
Yeah, you have to keep telling yourself that, man, because I mean, I remember like, because every 4 hours, 2 in the morning, right?
Hmm.
2 in the morning, I'm out on the streets. There's nobody out there,
Yeah. Now I'm asleep.
and like my knee is like, I can't run. I have to walk,
Mm.
and then your mind just like, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, bro. Just run one,
Yeah.
or why don't you just skip one?
Yeah.
Who's taking count of all that? Nobody. But then it's like, nah,
Yeah.
you can't. You have to.
You'll be cheating yourself.
Yeah.
You you wouldn't feel proud
Yeah.
to say I did this,
Yeah,
and then
because
you know in the back of your head.
yeah, deep down, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
So,
And I think it's pretty cool. I was there to say if anybody doesn't believe, you know,
yeah,
I saw it. You know what I'm saying? And I saw the pain. I saw the hurt, and I saw the victory, bro. You
yeah,
know that was pretty. These moments, man, when I'm there, bro, there's something.
yeah.
There's something to see, man. And the full marathon, I don't think you ever seen that, bro.
Mm-mm. I remember you telling me you had some pretty good footage, but I don't think
I mean,
I've
it kind
really
of I
seen
kind
it.
of don't because I mean, once you're gone, like I'm not, you know, I wasn't running around the city with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I wish I got some of those shots, but I gotta show you that. I gotta put that together because man, that the end of that, bro, is pretty. It's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
like, like, it brings me to tears, bro.
yeah,
And I know it will bring you to tears, but because you're not aware of that at all, bro.
yeah,
Like you were zoned in,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I just think when you see it, you'll be like, I remember being zoned in, but that's badass, bro.
yeah,
That's badass.
yeah.
Like,
It was a good moment, man. That was a grind too, man. Knee fucked up again, like mile 17, 16, 17, and like I had to keep
still got
pushing.
10 more.
Yeah, yeah, and it's
That's what's amazing to me. It's like,
but you just have to like, I'm fine now, right? Like
yeah,
in that moment, all you think about is, when will this end? Like,
yeah,
when can I be done? And I mean, you find out a lot about yourself, man. It's like, oh shit, like I did that. You
yeah,
know, I say
yeah.
only 1% of people in the world ever complete a marathon. So
Wow. See, and that's badass, bro. That's badass that you know you can say that, and or you know that, and you did that.
yeah,
But yeah, man, that 48 hours though. I also wanted to touch on because I think it's important. I don't know. I just think it's important that when your knee did hurt, you figured out why that was.
oh yeah,
And I think that's for the people that are runners.
yeah, yeah,
Some might not know that.
yeah. I was running on one side of the street, like Kingwood. You have sidewalks, but it's not, So I'm running on one side of the street, so this leg is always compensating, and after 20 some miles, your body starts to try to compensate too. So this side was trashed.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you putting too much
Yeah,
on me.
yeah. So I remember walking like a damn pirate. Like I couldn't bend my knee. Like I couldn't bend my leg. So I was like over, and I'm like, hold on. If I'm going the other side, it'll make it easier.
Yeah.
So I went on the other side. That way I didn't have to, bend so much. But it didn't take away the pain though. It was
Yeah.
brutal.
It
I
was,
have I have like a couple of videos where you can go back on your Instagram because I was documenting all the stuff on my story.
yeah.
So I have a lot of that footage, and I watched it, and it's like, damn, yeah, that was a tough time.
And also, if I remember, I think your last run, you said you caught a high.
I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Like, that's why I think the mind is so like, it's so crazy. Like, your mind can do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So like the last four, I couldn't run, bro. Like I could not run. Like in the beginning, it took me about 27, 30 minutes to do 4 miles. It was taking me like almost 2 hours to get 4 miles now.
Yeah, which is another like it's another like
Yeah.
drag on your body. Like
Yeah.
you were out there for 30 minutes, now it's 2 hours. Like
Yeah. So I remember putting some like muscle relaxing cream on my knee, and that last four, for like some weird reason, like I was able to kind of find a stride. Like I wasn't running fast, but I was running. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like what's going on? And yeah, I finished it. That last 48, and everybody was there, and it was like,
and I don't know if I already knew that you were kind of walking or whatever, but I remember recording you, and I was like, it's kind of look lame if he's walking.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what went through my mind too. Is like, man, I can't finish this walking. Like I gotta.
And I saw you running, bro, and I was just like, hell yeah, that's tight.
Yeah,
And then I was a little like, damn, he's doing it,
yeah,
Yeah, but no, yeah, I do remember thinking that. Like,
yeah. Same thing for the marathon too. I was like, because I could barely run. I was like, man, I can't, finish in front of all these people. Like just walking. So I'm hobbling, trying to run. But yeah, man, we did it. We did it.
yeah, bro, you're a badass, man. Like I know you're probably modest and shit, but that's some badass shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about, there's fucking Goggins runs 100 miles every week. Like there's so many people that do marathons on the daily. They do marathons every. Like there's so much more people that are grinding way more than me. But it's all about the self, man.
Yeah.
It's the self.
Yeah, because David, man, he's on another level, bro. I mean, I heard the other day, motherfucker runs like half marathons just in the morning, like you run in the morning. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm finishing his second book right now, and yeah, like my shit is like baby stuff, like compared to like the stuff that he does. So
yeah, but like you said, what'd you say? The 1% people
yeah,
in the world, like, it's very rare, man, for people to push themselves that extreme, and I think it's really cool, man. Um, I could say for like, I don't know. I always think about this metaphor because, well, metaphor for me, which is like I always wanted you and Mike. Like I always wanted to beat y'all in basketball.
yeah,
Like it was my goal. Like I wanted to. For me, I was like, man, Y'all were good. Like y'all were good at basketball. We're all athletic, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna beat them one day. Like I'm
yeah,
just let me get a little older. Let me get a little. I'm gonna catch them.
yeah,
And I never did.
yeah,
And and that's still kind of, but I like saying that, like, y'all both are still great role models to me.
yeah,
Like I mean, not in a like I'm never gonna beat y'all thing, but like y'all are still, like, I don't know, just good role models for
yeah.
me. Like y'all,
Something to look up at, kind of.
yeah, or I can always go to, and but I think about the basketball thing because y'all used to tease me back then. It was like, bro, you're not gonna beat me, bro. Like
Yeah,
and I just kind of think, yeah, man, y'all have come a long way. Y'all great, with the family and everything. And to me, it's just like y'all still hold that,
Yeah.
for me to look up to. And but yeah, that's funny though for me because when I talk about that, I still think about it. Like 'cause now I can't even play, bro. Like
Yeah.
I can't even play basketball no more.
Yeah, I mean, I try to sometimes, but that's one of the things where it's like you have to. We had a conversation with some of the guys at my job because we used to go pretty hard for a while, like
Yeah, I think I remember that.
playing basketball, and like I can't just play basketball and go like 50%,
Yeah, nah, for sure.
because like as soon as something happens and it's like that that mode turns on, it's like I don't want to lose, and it's just it gets I turn to a different person, and I can't do that
Yeah,
now.
I think being athletic does that, bro. Like you just,
Yeah.
it's like you said, another person. Cause yeah, bro. Even like I know right now I'll say that, but if we get on the court, I'm gonna try to beat you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, and it's funny to me because all the dribbles come back and everything, but it's like it's not really as good as it was.
Yeah.
But you're just like, bro, this is what I used to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, man, and I think it's funny because you think, well, let me just speak for myself. You think you can move like you used to,
Yeah. Yeah. No,
and you'll find out. It's like, damn, try to do that crossover, fucking back hurt.
yeah. Yeah. I consider myself, decently fit, right?
Right, right.
But when you move like that, like you're not used to doing it all the time.
Yeah,
Anybody, like it's not the same.
yeah. It's not, man. It's not. Like I think that about that when I started working out. Like I feel like the job I have, I thought I was pretty in shape. And then you work out and it's like, damn, like,
It humbles you real quick.
yeah,
That's the good thing about it.
yeah. Other thing I like people to know because I really like that you like helping people
Yeah.
and you do this loser challenge,
Yeah.
right? I mean, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Biggest Loser challenge. I learned a long, not a long time ago, but probably I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. That I think Jay Shetty said it. Or no, it was probably Gandhi that said it. But you find yourself when you lose yourself in the service of others. And I was like, well, what can I do to help people?
Yeah.
Right. So I started this challenge at my job, and it's a weight loss challenge. I don't know if you saw the show, but Biggest Loser, trying to lose the most weight and
Mm-hmm.
help people get better. And it turned into you know, like a big thing. People wanted to be a part of it. So first challenge we did, it was over 300 pounds lost, and like people were transforming, and it was
Yeah,
like, man, dude, this is
that's pretty cool.
and I started getting that sense of like helping others helps me, like, and that exchange is pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So we keep doing it every year. We got another one going on right now, and it's just the basic, because everybody's not gonna succeed,
Mm-hmm.
right? You still have to put the work in,
Right.
right? But it's an opportunity for people to hold themselves accountable and really try and focus on trying to be better.
Yeah, I feel like even if even if they don't, like you said, there's gonna be some that might not do well, or I feel like a lot of people might do the challenge and then never do it again, or
Mm.
never. And but I think it's even cool for them to maybe experience something that they didn't know they could do.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
that's it right there. Because you have people that lose the weight quick,
Mm-hmm.
right? They know what to do. They'll lose the weight, but then after a couple months, challenge is over, gain the weight right back.
Right.
But every now and then, and I've seen it happen. Like there's people that realize oh shit, like I can actually like
Lose
work
weight.
out and watch what I eat, and I'm actually losing a couple pounds here and there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't win the whole challenge. They weren't first, second place, but in that 6 weeks they lost 12 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And they may not have won, but they found a way to get to that 12. So now that 12 is going to turn to 15. And if
Right.
they keep going, that 15 is going to turn to 20.
They're winning in the long run.
And then you come out just being a better version of yourself. And it's all because you took a chance on this challenge
Mm-hmm.
to work on yourself.
Yeah, man, and that's why I wanted to speak on it because a lot of people don't do that, and it's big. It's big to help people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anything else you want to share, dude?
No, man. I just want to say that it's really dope that you're doing, like, this is your running, or this is your cold plunge.
Yeah.
Like, you're finding stuff out about yourself. You're finding out that you can actually, touch people, help people, um, and it's really dope, man. And I hope that it keeps growing, and it turns into something really cool.
Yeah, man. It's been an experience. It's been an experience, and it's something for me that I didn't even know, that I can do. And I think the uncomfortableness, because man, it was crazy. It was,
Yeah.
I think you of all people know how I kind of maneuver to different things, and I can get in my head a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, we trying to get learn from those uncomfortable situations, and it's been cool. It's been cool. I'm glad that, like I said, I'm glad we can finally do this.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I always imagine myself being on a podcast. I didn't know when or
See, that's
where.
beautiful to me, bro.
I never, like, I was like, man, it'd be really cool. Like, maybe I'll be on a podcast one day.
It's here, bro.
We're on a
I,
podcast.
but that's what I love too, man. Is like I have a lot of moments where like visions,
Yeah.
having these visions and then they manifest, what I'm saying, into reality, and to me it's like it's because you never let the vision go, I think that's big because a lot of people do let them go or they forget about them or they get blindsided, but I think holding on to it, and I mean you do have to put the work to it, but I love to hear that. Like I'm glad you said that,
Yeah.
and I love to hear that, bro. Like that's why we're here right now, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
We never know when it's gonna happen, or we always want it to happen right
yeah,
away,
right.
right? But if you just keep working, doing the work, everything that you want will eventually come to you if you keep working towards it.
Yeah.